when hunters need to be careful. That is a Northern Pacific rattlesnake.
In that bag.
Mm-hmm. Out of the bag.
And you must... Oh, there he is, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yep, here he is. Pretty little snake. Little filler. Yeah, a really gorgeous thing. Now,
and we just caught this rascal.
Him to coil up.
What are you doing there with the bag?
Okay, I'm going to get him to bunch up like, yep. Oops. Yeah, not so fast.
It's too fast for my camera work, that's for sure.
Yeah. Anyway.
So where does he want to go?
Anywhere but here.
I mean, he's looking for a specific, like a rock or something?
Yeah, something to go deep down underneath. See how it doesn't turn his face while he's backing off from you?
Yeah, he wants to see what's going on there. Hey, and there's me with the shadow. See, there's a snake right here. Snake in the grass. So tell me why he isn't just striking out against, striking out at us. We're not far away. We're just,
It can only strike
8 feet away here.
It can only strike half its length. It's not going to be able to reach us.
And here's the man who just moments ago, caught this very snake. Mike, how did you do that so quickly? I mean, that's incredible.
With that snake tongue.
But I mean, how do you find these guys? I mean, we were up there in the rocks just for like less than 10 minutes, it seemed.
Practice and a sharp eye, and know what to look for in terms of back pattern and scale pattern.
Mm-hmm.
I see it. I know it. All I saw was this much of snake in length of the body.
Mm-hmm.
That's all I saw, and a couple blotches.
Amazing.
Yeah.
I would have walked right over him.
Yeah.
Probably been bitten in the process.
Well, the snake may have sounded off and then went to look for a place to hide, or it may have just sat there and relied on the... See, it was basically completely under the rocks. I just saw this much of the snake, in between the cracks of the rocks. And then I looked under the other side, and there he was facing out, and I just put my snake tongs in there, grabbed a section, and pulled him out. Of course, he didn't like that. I mean, when you're being grabbed, that's a predator, and yeah, they're going to strike, and it did.
So what are you going to do with this snake?
We're going to get some pictures, some real good ones, and then we're going to give him his freedom. Hopefully he'll cooperate. The better the cooperation, the shorter the time he spent being terrorized.
Mm-hmm.
And as far as he's concerned, he's definitely afraid of us, and he's going to, behave accordingly. We're going to be watched closely, and if he thinks we're getting too close, he'll strike out if he feels like we're a threat. That right there is a striking coil. They generally have a wide coil out that way, and then they just take that and like that.
Mm-hmm.
And they can strike, well, they've been known to move 8 to 11 feet per second in a strike.
But you're so calm and collected around this guy. You're so calm and collected around this snake, and
Well,
you're turning away. You're not even looking at him occasionally.
I'm out of his range, and he can't get me from here. He's on level ground. He's probably got a striking distance of probably about 14 inches max, and that's it. And I'm easily 2.5, 3 feet away.
Which doesn't sound far enough to me.
Well, for a big Western Diamondback, 6 feet in length, yeah, that wouldn't be far enough away. You'd have to be 6 feet away, to really feel safe. But this snake is probably about, my guess would be about 22 inches long, exclusive of the rattle, which gives him probably a maximum striking distance of about 11 inches.
Next up, the photography portion. There's Mike with his camera, and if you look right over here, there's the subject. Snake is saying, Mike, just you wait.
I like to think it's thinking, boy, I'm lucky you found me instead of somebody else.
Mike, your snake's getting away. I think he wants to go back in the bag. Look at that. As long as he keeps going that way and not towards me. Oops, here he comes.
Here we go. Now I'm trying to get some photos of him as he crawls. No problem.
Easy for you to say.
Sorry about that.
Not very cooperative, is he?
Well, he was there for a while. There we go.
Uh-oh.
Not going far.
There he is down there in the bag. Soon to be dumped out of the bag.
Coil up. That's it.
Is this man crazy or what? Look at him with this rattlesnake right next to him. Now, how strong is this snake's venom likely to be based on its size and geography and everything? Type of snake.
It could be pretty potent. Drop for drop, their venom is more potent than that of a Western Diamondback on the average for the Western rattlesnake.
And for our viewers who are among the uninitiated, how...
But your chance of survival from one of these is 98 or 99.85%.
Is that if you get treatment within a certain period of time?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Which
If
would be
you get
what?
to the hospital, they'll save you.
How soon would you have to get there?
You've generally got about an hour to 2 hours.
An hour? Aren't we
But if it
farther
has
than an hour from the...
If it has a high amount of Mojave toxin, it could be shorter.
But Mike, aren't we more than an hour from the nearest hospital?
Yeah.
Which means
But this snake is a little on the small side. Somebody my size could probably handle a bite more so than somebody who's smaller in stature and build. But then again, I'm not going to test that hypothesis.
Now, ideally, you want to get him turned around
Basically,
into the sun
actually,
for picture
he's
purposes.
fine. This is what I don't like. There's all this grass that's in it. That's it. Now, I can get some nice shots.
I'll say, well, Doc, you see, he was insistent upon getting closer and closer with that camera. I warned him not to.
Let's see if we can get more light down the hill there, John.
Now look at this. Here I am, holding this snake in the bag. How in the world did I ever accept this job? Right down there. Wild rattlesnake. Ladies and gentlemen, Mike is looking for the perfect place for staging. Feeling the temperature of the rocks.
So that we don't have a fried snake in the process. Okay. You wanna... You? Now. Actually, on top of that rock would be nice. Sand's done.
That makes a lovely shot.
Let's see this temperature on it. Oh, it's a lot cooler. Here's another stage. Hey, fella. Oh, come on now.
And once you plop him on the rock, how long is he likely to want to stay there?
Well, that's the $64,000 question. Probably not long, but generally, I think we might be able to get him to sit still for us. see it.
Now, would anybody say that you're being mean to the lizard? I mean, a snake. I mean.
Well, I don't know. I'm trying not to.
But I mean, would the purists among us
For
say?
the purists, they might think
They'd say, "Oh, how?"
And let's see. Okay. Now, you can get him. Just coil up. No.
He doesn't want to cooperate, does he?
Yeah, they get that way. Once they reach a certain point, they know, well, I'm not going to get hurt, so I'm just going to crawl off anyway. Sometimes you have to... Oh. Back up. Nope. Sometimes that's what it takes. No, stay put.
This is like training in effect.
Trying to. Of course, one other thing I could always do is get him tired. Snake. Get back. No. Come on. If you don't behave, you're going to take a trip instead of going right back to your rock right away. You have to wait till next weekend for that. I don't think you want to go that, do you?
I can see the life of a snake photographer is one that involves a lot of patience, huh?
Yes, indeed. That is so true. Salamanders are worse yet. Actually, I've had very good success photographing rattlesnakes. They're generally the easier the snakes to work with in terms of getting them to sit still, especially if you can get them to coil and, be defensive. But now the snake is just playing, I'm going to crawl away. I don't like the situation. I know I'm not going to get killed, so I think he sensed that by now. But I just wish he would sense that I need photographs and...
Yeah, Snake, don't you know this man needs photographs? Oh.
All right.
They can't get away from you, can they? Back into the bag he goes.
Okay. This is what we're going to do. Oh. Incidents of leaks.
Mm-hmm. How do those leaks get there?
And there aren't any.
Nothing big enough, at least, that a snake could escape through, huh?
No.
So because of the snake's uncooperative nature today...
He's going for a week trip. I think Steve would like to see it too. It is a beautiful snake. Now,
You need the hook. He seems to be a little more at ease around the cooler area. Maybe those rocks were too hot for him.
Yeah, probably. So under those circumstances, yeah, we will just opt for a different time. Well, filler. Look at how green that bugger is. See? Crawl in. No, this way. Into the bag you go.
How old a snake would you say this is?
My guess would be about 2 or 3 years.
Not easily bagged, is he? Get him before he comes my way. We haven't really heard that much rattling. What's the deal? Is he that comfortable with you
Yep.
somehow?
Mm-hmm.
Look at that. He's right next to Mike's feet. Good grief.
I have literally had these snakes crawl over my toes just to get to the other side of the trail and keep going.
But I mean, okay, well, so you know when he's going to, when he's agitated enough, he's going to coil up
and
and
right
strike.
now he's not.
Mm-hmm. How do you explain that? Why should he be so much at ease?
Well,
Maybe because you know what you're doing.
This instead of that.
Instead of
the. Now, let me show you how we tie these without getting bit. Okay, what we do.
section it off.
Mm-hmm. Have him weighed to that end, like that. There's no way he can strike that way, see?
Mm-hmm.
And so you roll it up like so. You tie it way back here. And he can't get you. You're out of his range.
Mike, I can tell you were never a sailor. What kind of a knot are you calling this?
It's a knot he's not going to get out of. Okay, tied. There's no way he's going to get out of that.
Mm-hmm.
And he's been forced down that way, so he's out of harm's way. And now, since we don't happen to have a cage with us, we do this, we do that, and thusly, we're safe.
And since this is sort of a linen material, there's no problem with air or anything like that?
No. Air goes right on through.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we'll have to redo that, but that's okay.
So for a week's vacation he goes.
He will be brought back for his yearly hibernation.